So here's a question that comes my way very often. How can I be a good chipper? And for me, there's three things here. They're not very tough, they're very fairly simple as you'll see. And if we can follow these three things, it's very easy to be a good chipper. The first, let's look at in your setup. The first thing, and it's actually very simple. All we want is we want the ball position fairly centered there, whether you put it center of your feet or whether you put it really below your sternum, center of your body, center of your sternum. That's where we want the ball position. There's no rocket science to that. The second is when we set up, we want to make sure that our body weight or my center of gravity is just favoring my left side a little bit. I don't want to be 50-50 and I certainly don't want to be towards my right side. So I want to make sure that my center of gravity is a little bit left, maybe towards my left heel there. And remember, that's where I want to start and that's where I want to keep it. I actually don't want to shift it right or shift it more left as I go through dynamically through the swing. So I start with my center towards my left heel, center of gravity there, and then it stays pretty much onto my left heel. So ball position more or less center. Center of gravity definitely favoring your left side a little bit. And third is if we can learn to make with this club head, if we can learn to make a wide arc back and a wide arc through, and the bottom of the arc actually brushes the grass. So the arc is this way. The arc that you want to create is more this way. You don't want to create a sharp up and down arc, a narrow arc there. And that's because that's not going to allow you to connect the ball very well, because if I start doing up and down that way using my wrist, it's too steep an arc and it's too narrow an arc and it's not going to give you consistent contact. So I have the same thing displayed here, and if we look at that being the arc of the club that's going back and through, you want to create a pretty wide bottom of the arc there, and you find the ball here, you find the ball here, you find the ball here. You're gonna get the right contact. You're gonna get the ball going up in the air. The problem is, if my bottom of the arc is a very narrow bottom of the arc, you can see that is a much more narrower swing, and I've used my wrist in that one there. Unless I find the ball there, I'm not going to get good contact. Whereas if I have a wide arc going back and through with my center of gravity towards my left heel staying throughout, I'm actually going to make a very big bottom of the arc. This is the place from this line to this line is what is brushing the grass, and that's where the ball is, and that's how you're going to get a good contact every time. And once contact is taken care of, it's pretty easy to go high, low, long or short, short or short, left, right. It's pretty easy to do all of those things. So three factors: make sure ball position is more or less center, make sure your center of gravity is towards your left side, starts there, stays there, and third, use a wide arc going back and through with the bottom of the arc coming under the ball.